Hi guys. Yes, it's cold here this morning. That's the coat. So, time to see a different side of Tasha, eh? I finally saw it, and I finally see what the BDSM community was up in arms about, even though we should not be, spiritually speaking. It's, it's just like Mel Gibson and the Which Jesus of Christ movie, Is that too much? Maybe. Oh well, sorry. That way? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, nah. Well, sorry. Oops, I'm going the wrong way still. They have the right to do whatever they want to do since they have millions of dollars to do it, right? Right. And as someone pointed out in one of my Facebook groups yesterday, it is fiction. However, having experienced both sides of the life, a lot of it is true. Okay, not a lot. Well, yeah, not a lot. But when you take a short amount of time, just like, watching any TV series, if they start out in the morning and they have a nice day, and then you come to a crime and you hunt down and search and research, and then you solve the crime all in 45 minutes, well, how realistic is that? Just like this, you can't just take a life and, no, I don't want to say that, educate, I will say educate people all in a, hour and 40 minutes or however long it is. So, finally, I am here to say that first of all, I hope you all stay open-minded. Because I am sure there are some dominants out there that do have that type of life. I am happy to say I don't know any. And for those of you who think it borders on abuse because he is in the movie hiding something from her, I would slightly agree with that. Because I have never met a dom or a sub that did not wish to disclose the deep dark secrets of why and how. That hasn't been my experience. I'm sure it might happen. I don't know. But in staying open-minded to all things, well, I'm sorry, I can't move it because it's plugged in over there, so I'll just turn the light out. I will say that it's just nice to stay open. Just stay open, and don't go, ew, that's disgusting. Ew, it's this. It's never what you think it is if you haven't experienced it. Now, we as humans are so ingrained to think, oh, I'll just, live for myself, fight for myself. But I want love, and I want passion, and I want him to do this, and I want her to do that. And that's not always realistic either. Because he could be 6'3", blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever, and still not be that fantasy in the book. I'm listening to another great, I got to put it in this link, a really good BDSM story by, I forgot. And the story is so much better than this. So I did not read the book, so I don't know if the book was better or this was better or what was better, whatever. I don't know about all that. So what I do know is, for those of you who don't know anything at all about the lifestyle, and mind you, this is just one fetish. There's lots of billions of fetishes out there. You know, there's people who only have sex with stuffed animals, stuffers. There's people who only have sex with their dog, zoo. There's people who only have sex with their clothes on. There's, you know, people into sex parties, people into lots of different things. And it's as long as you're like it and it's safe, it's all good. You know, ain't nobody hurt nobody. And I have yet to ever see that, by the way, in the sex community. I don't put BDSM with sex because I know most, well, I won't say that. I will say at least 3 out of 10 dominant submissives do not have sex. See, that's another misunderstanding I feel that we humans have. We see that and we go, oh, sex. No, this was about sex. A lot of it is not about sex. It's a way of life of how you want to be treated. And just because someone is a submissive or a slave, there's 2 different categories, or a dominant, doesn't necessarily mean it's what you see on TV. I think it was Dahootie on YouTube said it's television. He's pretty accurate in his description of the word. So just walk with me. Just walk with me. Just breathe. This is just for the newbies. Those of you that are already in the life, feel free to leave comments on how your life is. But to the newbies who probably saw the movie and thought it was real, I don't think it was very real. Okay, there's 3 things. There is a contract, generally, unless you're just playing. I don't play. I want all or nothing at all. Let me see, the contract, the safe word, and what was the 3rd thing? Well, actually, I don't remember what the 3rd thing was that I said yesterday, but whatever that was, for you that are in that group, I would add tenderness. When he was being tender to her, to me that is what submission is a lot about. Mostly about. Think of it this way, if you will. Honey, on your way back from the kitchen, bring me a Coke. Okay, hon. Here you go. Dominant, asking. Submissive, bringing. Let that marinate for a minute. Gotta get my nails done again this week. I miss my red. Oh, we done? Okay. Could be as simple as that. Not that. Not this. Not just because he's mad he needs to beat her. And for some people it is. I have turned down many a dom that were really masochists. Or sadists, excuse me. Sadist, masochist. You know. I don't like that. You know, and it's not always a situation where, like, you know, a woman gets raped so she becomes a lesbian. Come on. No. Because the person's abused, they don't want to be a slave or submissive. No, it's not like that. It's not all about sex. It's not all about beating until somebody bleeds. For me. Handful of people I know, it is. And they're beautiful people. They know their limits. Their dom respects that. See, it's give and take. Just like any other relationship, it's give and take. This is what I'm willing to take. And then he or she says, okay, then that'll be what I'm willing to give. In some cases, that's what I'm willing to give until I find somebody who is a masochist, you know? So, it's just like anything else in life. It's never what you think it is. If you haven't eaten peas, how can you say, I hate peas? Okay, so let me explain. Just clear your head of all the garbage that television has already put there. And just imagine, if you will, because other than, did you see the movie, The Secretary, with Jake Gyllenhaal's sister? Anyway, YouTube Secretary. It was another sweet, wonderful, beautiful, full circle. I mean, this left us halfway through. What did they do that in the book? Did she just drop you at the elevator at the book? Though I see on here this thing says that there's alternate endings. Well, I haven't seen those yet. I got to do that today. Alternate endings and teas of 50 Shades Darker. I got to go find that. Hopefully that's in there. Because in the movie, again, I have not read the book. Ain't gonna, so don't recommend it. It's left hanging. Oh, the other thing that I really did like about it is, you know, people just think it's a dominant, it's a control thing, and I don't want to be controlled. Sometimes you really do. And I'm not talking about a boss. But look, ladies, gentlemen, look at it like this. And when I say that, I mean women, women, men, men, whatever, all of it. Let's say my male mate comes home and I'm wearing my red teddy and putting dinner on the table. Is that not a message? Yeah, it's a big message. So it's as simple and sweet as I'm trying to pick something that I would absolutely love. An eye gesture. Because we have all, well, a lot of us have been in love before, and we eventually know when you're with a person for probably about a year, I'd say, you know what eye gestures mean. And they mean something only to you two or three. And you know what that means. So, dominant, Mark's in the house, submissive's putting dinner on the table in her red teddy as he asked her to do at the beginning of their relationship. See, that's the best thing. That's another good thing that I love about being in the life. Everything is put out up front. So there's no, oops, well, I meant to tell you, you know, no. Everything is put out up front. This is what I like. Just like in the contract. What are nipple clamps? No. Okay. And he says, okay. Yes, I like that part. So he comes in and he merely gestures. She knows, he or she knows exactly what that is. Sorry. I'm making a video. I can't talk right now. Can you call me back?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Very much.
Bye-bye. Dominant, submissive. Funny how, see? You see, now you're thinking about all your past relationships, oops, and stuff, wondering if that's what he meant, right? Okay, let me show you something else. Let me show you, let me see if I can find a good example. Okay, so, and this just happened coincidentally. You know, I don't necessarily believe in that word, right? This happened coincidentally. So last week, you know, while I sit and make jewelry now, I either watch Hulu or I listen to audiobooks. So I was listening to 2 or 3 good BDSM stories in audiobook. I'll put the links. And I thought, you know what? I should place another ad. So, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, I placed another ad on Craigslist. So, did I delete them all? Let's see what this one is. And of course, it brings out the idiots. You ever want a 29-year-old or been curious? Had 29-year-olds. Not that curious. This is how I know, because of the ad I placed, which was very soft and demure and truthful. I'll read it to you in a minute. My name is, I'm 55-year-old man who can relocate to anywhere. What does that have to do with anything? You see, anyway, he writes this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentence paragraph. You know, wife died, yada yada yada, car accident, looking for long-term relationship. This is not a dom. At least not one that I need, want, or desire. Okay? Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. My name is... Anyway, it goes on and on and on and on from there, okay? But that's really... Excuse me. That is really just crazy. So instantly you can tell... Okay, this is the one I want to read you. Instantly you can tell where the person is coming from. Now let me tell you the first, to me, oh, and I'll read you my ad so you can better understand where I'm coming from. To me, this is the first sign of a true dominant. And again, you have to understand, it's not what you're thinking. It's not this. It's not this. Okay? That truly is 90% fantasy. And I see why really people got frustrated with it. But you know what? I respect her. It's her vision. It's not my vision. Okay? It's not my book. My book was good. Yeah, I have 2 short stories in my first anthology that, yeah, he just didn't explain it to her well. You know, you explain things in the beginning so people like her don't go, you're fucking crazy, stay away from me. And the part that I did like and does happen is when she's at the elevator at the, well, if you haven't seen it, sorry, at the end, and she says no, and he's, yeah, it's a balance. You have to respect each other, just like in any other relationship. You have to respect the rules. See? Oh, and speaking of which, that's another reason why I say, you know, polyamory, not polygamy, polyamory, it's a difference, look it up, is monogamous. Because it's a one understanding, mono, between you and I, that this can happen. See, between you and I, we can have a wife. And between you and I, we can have a husband. Everybody has one understanding. It's not just all about sex. I keep trying to drill that in you guys' head. Nowadays, it's out of necessity. And I know a lot of black women are going, ain't nobody fucking my man. Yeah, it's not about fucking your man. You can fuck your man all you want. She had him all she wanted. I didn't need his dick. I wanted a family. I wanted a family. I realized how fucked up mine was, and I thought about it. Wait a minute. This is my life. I could change it. I'll go get another one. And I did. Placed an ad. I have a sister who's close in age to me. I have a brother. We're born on the same day. He's 6 years older than I am and lives in Ohio. And we have been a family for, I think, 30 years. You know, so it's your own happiness. You create your own happiness or unhappiness. Stop creating shit because you see stuff like that. That's her vision. It's not your vision. It should not, yes, I'm shitting on you. It should not be your knowledge. That's her idea. She's not even into BDSM, according to the thing on here. I don't know what she is or isn't today, but I'm just saying that was her book. That's the story that's in her head. She never said that this was her real life, okay? So just take it with a grain of salt, people. So, okay, let me read you my ad if it'll come up quickly. And you know, I'm saying this, of course, for all you youngsters who think, well, I've been raped and beaten, so I may as well let somebody have fun with it. Like one of the characters that I read about. Okay, it's not going to come up quickly. And sometimes it is, you know. However, if he or she is a true dominant, there's the explanations for everything are first and foremost. So you never have anybody with a tender heart, red bottom, just leave the room wondering why, how, why, like that chick in the movie. He never really did fully explain anything to her at all. And that was the biggest part that I did not like. Are you sitting down? Brace yourself. Yes, I never thought I'd be doing this video. However, apparently it's time. Okay, so I put my description of him, not important, as I state in my first sentence. I know that that is not the most important thing in this relationship. It just puts me in a more submissive state of mind. Oops. That drawl, those eyes, that soft, demanding voice. You see, I'm stating exactly what I want. Not whips and chains. Soft voice. I desire, at my mature age, I desire that soft, sweet, commanding voice, that eye gesture, that soft, teeth gritting, low tone is what keeps me in place, if you don't mind me saying. I am a plump girl, no longer able to be on my knees. Yes, I do walk. However, other parts of my life are in full effect. Since I am a natural aggressive, thus a pro-dom for several years of my life, I still thought I thought this desire would lessen in life. Happy to say, this side of me still is a big part, and I need it to be filled. Soft, sweet, you get the point. Not all these fucking idiots begging for sex. Yeah. Anyway, it was a fun experience. So, this is the gentleman's reply to that ad. Hi, I enjoyed reading your post. I liked that you were sincere, but I'm wondering if an Irish accent would work okay for you. Short, to the point, in every single email. To me, that's a good indication for me. Now, if you need a man to be lengthy and here's a sweet one for you. Damn it, come on. I think it should be here. I have just read your post, and I want you to know that you have a very refined, even an elegant understanding of the D, capital D, / small s. Dominant is big writing, submissive is little writing. They never write their name with a capital. Experience. What is truly astounding is that you have achieved this understanding prior to actually having experienced this kind of very human connection. That was my first clue. He must not have really read my ad. Didn't I state? Yes, I did. Let me say that I only explored this by very sensual dominance late in my romantic life, after an Asian lover of many years finally told me about her own submissive desires and needs and fantasies. Her revelation changed my life, of course. Since then, I have opened many women up to the deep understanding of their own submissive nature. I would very much like to help you in the same ways. My training up front sessions will transform your very understanding of who you are and who you want to become. So it's what I'm trying to say is it's very sweet, endearing, passionate. He doesn't come off, hey baby, when can I come suck your pussy? You know? Please. And then there was this one. He was so sweet. I forgot what he said now. I was trying to find that letter, but I already deleted it. This 23-year-old little boy. I really love older ladies. Would you mind? And I'm like, yeah, just a little bit. I says, thank you very much for the sweet letter. However, I can kind of sort of tell you're not a dominant. He says, well, you could teach me. He was so cute. I have always attracted young boys. Anyway, yeah. No, I'm good with that. So it's the simplest of things, and you see it every day. And this is another reason why I say, you know, all those Jerry Springer things. See, those type of people that want to just go home and beat their wife, they need a slave. Not even a submissive. They need a slave. Somebody who will let you do anything to them and you get off just for the mere fact that you're making that person happy by getting beat. Drippy, bloody, red. And hey, if that's your happiness and making somebody happy that way, kudos to you. Not one. Not one. Outside of well, no, I shouldn't say that, because one Dom, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I've only had 4. And they were all, if I could just put a phrase in your head, they were all as soft as butterflies. All 4 of them. Now, don't get me wrong. After the safe word thing and the contract thing, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, only one of them. And it wasn't like the movie, so don't even go there. Use that doe-skin flog for a long time. And you think that it would be so painful. You'd be like, no, no, no. But it's just like, okay, so you ladies that like men with big dicks, that is not my choice. It's just like getting fucked really hard with a big dick and you can like feel it up to here, but tomorrow you're sore and the next day you're sore and sore and sore. Yeah, that's not my idea of fun. You know, it's kind of like that. It was fun at the time. It was highly erotic because of whatever, you know, he was saying at the time. But you just don't need that every day. You know, birthdays and Christmas is good. You know, but most of but they were always very sweet. Very, very demure. You know, and it isn't always either about, well, I'm bad, so punish me. It's not always like that either. It's the fact that, okay, let me put it this way. You know how sometimes, and even for men, sometimes you want to just be treated like a little girl. No, I don't know many dominants that use the word daddy. Not many. I do know of some that like that word, which is also established at the beginning, even before you read a contract. That's established. Everything is established beforehand. Nothing is, well, we'll see tomorrow. No. Well, anyway, I'll move on. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so one of my many glorious experiences because this man was just so erotic to me. And I'm trying to paint a picture. I can't think of, okay, you know, Idris Elba? Okay, Google it. Google it. Okay, imagine a more, even now, he's matured very gracefully. Even now, even more mature Idris, Edris, Elba, Elba, I believe. It might be Idris. I'm not sure. Tall, beautiful black man, except his was the color. Oh, well, I drank all my coffee. You can't see it now. Of a latte. He stood every bit of 6'3". Salt and pepper afro. Salt and pepper, very thin, trimmed beard. His hands were soft as a baby's butt. So, and he was like my mother. Hey, don't go there. He never spoke above a whisper, which was so erotic to me. And he would say, "Sassy," and I would say, "Yes, sir." "I would like for you to get out the car, come around to my side, open the door, and take my penis out, massage it." I don't know. Because there's so many popping corn in my head right now, it's hard to pick just one. And he rubbed his dick, put his dick back in his pants, because he rarely orgasmed. And I'd walk back to my side of the car, I would get in, and I would hold his hand. Oh, we were at, where's that park that they play baseball in San Francisco? Giants Stadium or something? That's where we were. Because the water right there is just, breathtaking. So we had a picnic there, and it was a little windy, so we were in the car. And just something sweet and simple like that. You know? One time we were in the mall, looking, of course, at jewelry. He loved jewelry. And he'd say, "Sassy," and I would look into his beautiful brown eyes, and I'd say, "Yes, sir." "If I were to collar you, which one of these would you like?" Which, to my understanding, is pretty rare. Usually that's just something the Dom does, and the sub just accepts it. So I picked out 2 choices, and he just nodded. Very soft-spoken, very, I mean, even, he never spanked me with anything other than his hand, which I love. just so you know. And it was just so sweet and truly always romantic. And if I'm not mistaken, he either worked for the police department or he was a peace officer. And when I called him at work, of course there's a vast difference. You know, his voice was deep and demanding, and he was some supervisor at the police department. That's right. Whatever they're called. Anyway. So it's interesting to hear, you know, just a moment. "Sassy, what do you need?" And then, you know, by how he said that, then it's time to change things up. Then I would be like, "Daddy, I would like permission to make you such and such and such for dinner." "Very well. Is that all?" And if you're silent for longer than normal, of course, "What is it?" I would like to have permission to go with Judy to the mall. Have dinner ready when I get home at 7. Yes, sir. See, just like you know your husband or wife, there's always these little nuances in everything in life. Why should that be any different just because you think it is? Everybody don't get beat and chained up to the walls, and though that is nice sometimes, and slapped in the pussy really hard, and though that is nice sometimes too. you know fucked in the ass till you bleed. If that's your thing, sure, but if that's not your thing, it's in the contract. Hard no, soft no, safe word. Do you play in public? Do you not play in public? Do we have visitors at home watching or not? Everything, So if you're in a regular vanilla relationship, this would really help your relationship stay intact, trust me. If you were just open-minded enough to just branch out and go to a sex club, vanilla sex, BDSM sex, whatever, fluffers are people who only have sex with stuffed animals, and learn something from all of it. Don't just sit at your home being a prude saying, oh my God, how disgusting. Sex people are some of the safest people I would have my children around. Some. I used to go to sex clubs a lot to watch. I don't have sex with other people outside of my mate or, whoever I went with. No, never happened. Okay, that's a lie. I did suck one guy's dick because it was gorgeous. Once in 20 years, I was sex club hopping, for lack of a better word. I just don't do that. I like watching, and I like telling people what to do that I like to watch. And for some strange reason, they liked it, and then that surprised me that they liked it, so I started doing it all the time. But if you don't branch out and learn different stuff, how the hell do you keep your relationship fresh? Not saying you have to turn into anything. I'm saying stay open-minded. Nothing is what you think it is until you try it or think about it. Ask questions about it. I mean, there's tons of groups. Are you in any of those groups? Are you even in my Lady Lust Writer private group? Do you know what I write about? Probably not. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know it's really not all bad. Nothing is. Because whatever you think is bad always passes, right? So, wasn't that bad once it passes. Keep your mind open. Keep your heart open. And of course, even the submissives that I have had, which were, are you sitting down? Presidents of company. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's only been 30 minutes. Okay, so sit back, get some coffee. Sorry, I should have started the video out that way. I forgot. Let's see. I moved here in 83. I experienced my first boyfriend, first sex, first everything. He beat me, raped me, sodomized me, and left me for dead. It's all good. Don't gasp. Sorry. It was just a human experience, okay? Let's keep it pushing, boo-boo. And no, not because of that, I am this or that. I am this way because my spirit wants to choose to try peas. How can I say I hate peas if I had never eaten peas? However, since I was such a late bloomer, I'm sure that's why I'm such a highly sexual person. And I don't have a problem seeking out what I desire just so I could see it. I mean, come on. When was the last time you've ever seen two women fist each other? I mean, come on. No, I'd never do that. Not my thing. But it did look like fun watching it. It was fun watching it. Excuse me. It was fun asking their Dom if he wouldn't mind telling them to do it. That was really the most exciting part for me. And he's like, sure. When you're in this massive 4-story building full of, the community, and him looking, he had that like just mad look, like don't fuck with me or my girls. If you get within 2 inches, I'm gonna cut you, and he was just a softie, So impressions, the first impression is not always the most important, really. He was a sweetie. Oh my God. So like I was telling somebody that thought he was a dom yesterday, they both look like Jessica Rabbit. I kid you not. One had the red dress and the other one had the black dress with the décolletage cut and the low cut. You can see the top of their booty crack in the back. And they were just, they had to be triple H's. Yes. Stuffed nicely into this like size 7 dress. Oh, it was so gorgeous. Anyway, if you don't venture out, how you ever keep your life exciting and new and different? Not saying it has to be sexually. I'm saying it could be anything. On your way home, take a different route. On your way home, stop and pick up one of those disgusting porn magazines to watch with your mate. To look at with your mate. Everything ain't nasty and horrible how it used to be. Like in the 60s, there was no beginning scene. There was just street fucking. Okay, nowadays you have corporate women that own sex shops and toy stores that cater to passionate women. Okay, there's a company in New York. I don't know if they're still there. They make erotic films, but they only use husbands and wives in these movies. And of course, it's very demure at first. The guy knocks on the door. It's the pool boy. Oh, did my husband, have you come by today? Yes, ma'am. I'm here to clean your pool. And, and it's just, and a lot of it isn't even hardcore sex. We don't see no dick and no pussy and stuff like that. You see hugging and kissing and petting and rubbing. There's something out there for everybody, so stop being such a fucking prude. Learn something, do something, try something. Try some damn grits. Yeah, Google it. Sounds good. And again, it's not my way, even though my way is only saying stay open-minded. Okay, so anyway, so that was at 23, 24, 25, 20, left him at 26, hated men, so I married my best friend, divorced him 2 years later, and mind you, all this time, older white men are being attracted to me at this time in my life, and I never thought to ask why. I didn't care. It was just nice having some nice attention without people pawing you and staring at your boobs. And so I just, told them, I want sex. So you can come over Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You will leave at 7:35. So you better come before you come, because if I don't have no cookies, I won't be happy. So around then, I moved to Fremont, California, had a roommate that was a high-class call girl. And on Friday, Saturdays, she would invite her girls over. Now, this was a dominatrix, Domme, streetwalking girl. And, several high-class call girls, madams, pro-doms. So I had this wonderful education, and if any of you remember me from back then, please email me, tashaspeaks@gmail.com. And it was so wonderful sitting with these powerful women, because even the streetwalker made, $1,000 a day. And you men relate power to money, so get in where you fit in. They were just so beautiful and so intelligent. So they were doing, I don't know, I don't do drugs, so I don't know that thing is you put on aluminum foil and you smoke it. Whatever that is, I don't know what that is. And I'd have my one hit off of a pipe. I'm a weakling. And we would stuff me and that roommate at the time, we would always have this contest. We'd go to Casper's, because you're going to be fucked up. So we get 2 hot dogs. If you've ever been to Casper's, you should know their hot dogs are like this. It's not no Wiener Schnitzel hot dog. It's a gargantuan hot dog. And we'd have, anyway. So I would sit with these women almost every Friday and Saturday night for the better part of a year. So they would educate me, and they said, girl, don't you know there's just them trying to not only fuck you, but give you something in return for pleasing them. That's called a submissive. Hold it. So the president of, I won't say the company, is being submissive to me by bringing me things I've never had at that point in my life. Halibut. That one was new to me at 29. What do you call that? Abalone. Another gentleman. Okay, so at this point I had moved back into my own apartment. And he would bring me tons and tons of groceries from this store called Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. And at that time, I hadn't heard of that. And it was fascinating and new to me that he would bring me all these groceries and cook for me. And it was really good. Did you know that you have to cook abalone in milk? Yes, it was so good. And then he did the dishes. And then I would spank him on his ass and do whatever. I don't know. We didn't have sex. I know that. Oh, I think he cleaned the bathroom with a toothbrush. Yes. And whatever else he said he liked to do. Oh, I would take him out into the lobby and I would humiliate him. He was really big into humiliation. So, and being a very wealthy, powerful CFO or something, he would often wear, the big glasses and whatever, color his mustache, beard, whatever, dark, so nobody would recognize him, whatever. And that's one exchange. See, it's a power exchange. As a matter of fact, do your homework now. Look up Power Exchange, San Francisco, California. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Terry and, I want to say her name is Janine Powers, own that. And I've asked them several times if I could live there, but they just won't let me. Anyway, you see, just something as simple as that. Just something as simple as that. No big deal, no blood, no whips, no chains, no nothing. Come, bring me food, cook for me, do my dishes, clean the bathroom. I'll tie you up, humiliate you, and spank you lightly. Because I don't do no... This one Texan guy wanted to pay me $400 to step on his hoo-hoo. Ugh, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. No. And even though I needed the money at that time desperately to fix my car, no, I couldn't. I just can't. That is not my type of height. But anyway, people, so just stay open-minded. I mean, look at how often you and your husband, you and your wife are dominant and submissive to each other. Honey, I want to have sex. Okay. Now, you're not going to consider it that way, but it could be considered that, right? Of course. Of course. The simplest little tiny thing. See, now you're going to go around looking at people differently when you see a husband holding his wife's hand and he says, honey, go hand me that. Yes. You are. That's just how we humans work. So anyway, I said all this to say, please stay open-minded. Please try something new, different. And women, stop being so fucking inhibited about your stomach or your stretch marks or your bruises or your scars or whatever. We all have scars, inside or out. We all have scars. Stop hiding them. We all could learn that from other fetishes communities, Just put the shit out there. What is it going to hurt you? Nothing. Because if anything else, if you tell the truth about something and the other person doesn't appreciate that and value that in you, something's wrong with them. Leave. Seriously. And again, if you are in the life, please feel free to leave your opinion. If you are not in the life, you cannot leave your opinion about the life. You can ask questions. Yes, that's in order. Oh, this is such fun. I tell you, I am so happy to be Tasha, you know, because I am not afraid to try nothing, no time, okay? And in life, and in food, and in spirit, and in everything, I'm happy I choose to stay stuck that way, you know? Have some fun. Venture out. Oh, and for the record, ladies, stop being afraid to have anal intercourse. If you're with the dumb nut who don't know how to say stop when you say stop, then here's what you do. So you put him against the wall. Okay, so he's on his knees, laying back against the wall. Don't move. Keep it hard, but don't move. Put the lube on. Put the lube on her butt, guys. Talk to it. Pet it. Don't stick your finger in. She didn't say so. See? Could be dominant, submissive, huh? She's dominant. You're submissive. You do what she tells you to do. Unless you don't want it again. And I know you do. Okay? And you just talk to it and pet it. And oh, you're so beautiful. Look at that cute little pucker. Kiss it and lick it. And then she'll say, okay. Ladies, say, okay. Now, ladies, just try it. Just try it. Yeah, okay. When you back up, beep, 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 and he's just going to hold it. Guys, just hold the dick. Ladies, you just keep backing up. Pour some more lube, guys. Don't forget to be passionate. Rub, kiss, talk, touch. Keep your dick hard. Ladies, you keep backing up. Beep, 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 beep. And at some point, it's going to hurt. More lube. Talk, guys. Oh, you're so beautiful. Rubber clit. Oh, you're so beautiful. I love you. Please let me in. Please, 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 please. Back up, ladies. Back up. And just trust me. At that point, it's going to sting. Just pop it in. Just that. Fellas, stay in control. Listen to the ladies. Don't listen to ladies, you don't get fucked no more. Right, ladies? Then, I hope we got a towel down. More lube. More lube. Okay? And you know how in the stories they say inch by inch? That's a lie. Half inch. Stop. Fellas, you gotta keep it up. Ladies, shut up. Because at this point, it's not gonna hurt any worse. It's not. The head's already in. Though that might not necessarily, for all men, be the biggest part of his dick. However, the pain at this point, if he's being loving and tender, should not hurt any more than that. Just trust me. I have had, well, if you watch my videos, a beautiful, nice 10-inch dick in my ass, and I didn't feel a thing because he is a very gentle man. I swear to God, I did not feel anything at all. At all. And he didn't even use any lube. I kid you not. So stop saying no, no, no all the time and learn how. Okay? Just learn. Just learn. What would it hurt you? Stop saying no all the time. Because trust you me, even if I was really horny when I had a period all the time. And I know a lot of men ain't into that. Some are. Thank God. And no, ladies, that doesn't have to be messy either. You lay on your back, you put your legs up. He doesn't go very hard. There you go. No mess. Have a wet towel, have a dry towel. One for him, wet towel, dry towel for you. He wipes you, gentlemen. And then he places the nice other dry towel in your crotch while you close your legs and go to the bathroom. Okay. So, what have we learned, boys and girls? Everything isn't as it seems. It's not. And your version of, oh, I'm not trying to. And this part right here is for those of you that are married. Well, I love my husband, but, or I love my wife, but, you know, my dick just isn't long enough. Well, she's still with you. And if she's not having an affair, your dick must be fine for her. So, men, shut the fuck up about it being bigger. I wish it were bigger. I wish it were bigger. No, bigger is not better. I had a Domme. Beautiful 10-inch dick. Didn't do nothing with it. It was so unsatisfying. Serious. There's nothing less sexy about just putting it in, going in and out, in and out, in and out. And no passion. Anyway, I don't know. But that was just a waste of a beautiful dick to me, you know. And I'm sure there's some women. I haven't been with any woman that was not very pleasing to me, so I've been with women that are very selfish. They just want to drop by when they want to be, play the role of a slave. I'll put it that way. And that's not fair either. Just like a man dropping by whenever he wants to get his dick sucked. That's not fair. So she had to go. But the other ladies, the other submissives or non-submissives were beautiful. Nice memories. See, but if you don't venture out, how can you have nice memories? How can you ever have something to look forward to if you're not willing to try something? Just saying. Add a little seasoning to your vegetables, steak, whatever, you know. Instead of drinking Pepsi all the time, have some damn Kool-Aid shit, you know. Change things up. You never know how far you can go until you've gone too far, huh? So, I think that's about all I wanted to say. Have some fun today. Do something different. Have sex outside in the backyard tonight. I don't know. Put a ball gag in her mouth. Or whoever makes the most noise. You know, put the tarp down. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Put the tent up. Just in case she's like me, paranoid of getting something stuck in her eye. Just try something new. It doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be that. It just needs to be something new. Help your relationship stay a happy, healthy relationship. Haven't you read people that have sex X amount of times a day are more progressive and successful in life? Yeah. Happy to say that was never any of my problems. And being a virgin for so long, I have and still love sex. Don't have it, but I still love sex. I think. So, just keep an open mind, an open heart, an open spirit. Learn some lessons. Women, stop getting stuck on men because they have great sex, because they kiss great. We got to stop that shit. If he ain't a good man and doesn't want to settle down, you need to keep it pushing. And men, just because she has a good pussy, I'll never get that. You don't get stuck on her either. That's crazy. What about the rest of her? Where's her spirit? Does she have dreams, goals, aspirations? No. But she's got a good pussy. Oh my God. Whatever. I don't pay your rent. Just a suggestion. So, I learned a lot by talking to you guys. Thank you. Just now, in talking to myself, really, I learned a lot. So now, before I go reply to this guy, I'm going to calm down, open my mind a little further, choose different words, and hit reply. So, you go hit reply. Have a great day. Let me know your thoughts. But again, if you're not in the life and have never been in the life and you're sitting assuming, don't cast judgment and don't tell me what it's like if you've never been there. You leave that for the people that watch the video and have been there and will leave their opinions. You can leave your question. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.